Week 4 of the college football season, EV bets using Pinnacle Sportsbook. Hello, everyone. Jonathan here with Excel Bets, and we're going to play some college football bets leading up to Week 4 of the 2024 college football season. I've got Pinnacle Sportsbook pulled up here. I've got their lines, and we're going to copy and paste these into an Excel model, do some line shopping to find it, some money lines, some spread, and some over-under bets. I'm doing this live, so hopefully we can find some good ones. I haven't done any pre-analysis, so this is all going to be fresh here for me too. So got Pinnacle pulled up here. They have their odds. Make sure you flip it to American odds up here. It's going to default to decimal odds. If you're in the US, it's going to be geolocation block, so you don't need to worry about creating a login, but the odds is what you want. Pinnacle is considered the sharpest sportsbook, which means their lines have the least amount of VIG. So whenever you devig it, you're going to get the most accurate implied win percent. This is how you can do positive expected value betting and be sure that the percentages you're using to do line shopping on are as close to accurate as possible and the best percentages to use for determining the actual outcome of a game. I'm going to go up here to the different times and click today. Grab the matchup. There's only one today. Flip over to Excel here. And this is copy and paste logic. Copy that in. Make sure you do the match destination formatting. And I have an NFL EV model video. I'll have a link in the description that shows you how to walk through this. I'm going to just walk through it here. And so that was South Alabama and Appalachian State. Plug that in and see what we got. South Alabama, Appalachian State, and that is today. You can put the date in if you want. You don't have to. So here we go. This is going to bring in the money line, so plus 239, minus 284. With the big money line percents, you can see 103.5% is our total there. So we have 3.5% of VIG. We remove that, and we get a break-even fair odds of 100%, which is split between 28.51% for South Alabama and 71.49% for Appalachian State. We convert those to break-even odds. This is what we'll do our line shopping on, and then I've got a market width calculation here just to see how much certainty there is in this matchup. For college football, you could do 100 market width. For any professional sports, I like to use 50. So 45, this is a matchup that has a reasonable outcome and a lot of certainty in the line. So I would feel confident placing a money line bet if there's any EV bets. And then from there, we will go over to Sportsbook Review. And this is how I do my line shopping. Look for anything that's plus or minus that 251. And you can see plus 230 on BetMGM is the best for South Alabama, minus 255 for Appalachian State. So we don't have an EV bet there. Okay, no EV bet on the money line for the game for the 19th. I'm going to flip over to our point spread tab here. So handicap +7, -7, so a touchdown spread. I've got Sportsbook Review pulled up on my other screen here, looking to see our break-even odds are +108, -108 at that 7 line. What's really good is I've built out this half-point line shopping model here so we can look at, there's a lot of 7.5 lines being offered and see what the fair odd is. And we have some EV bets. So I'm going to pull over here. And so minus 7.5 at plus 100 odds on FanDuel. We can see in our model here, we need longer odds than minus 106. So there's an EV bet we could place. Let's go ahead and put that in the model, get you the Kelly Criterion to get the optimal bet amount. FanDuel minus 7.5 at 100 odds. Break-even odds is minus 106. So this is a positive EV bet. And you should wager $13.40 with 1,000 account value and a Kelly adjustment factor of 0.5. So there's your first EV bet that you can use for 9/19's game. So tonight's game, expected value of 2.68. It's a really good EV bet. And what makes this an EV bet is the sportsbook is saying that it's got a 50-50 chance of Appalachian State covering that spread. We're saying based on our implied probability that it's actually a 51.34%. So you get paid out more by the sportsbook whenever their win percentage is lower. So that makes it a positive EV bet when your implied win percent is greater than the sportsbook percent. That's a positive EV bet. So I would take that bet tonight. And let's flip forward to the totals. I'm going to do the same thing over here in Sportsbook Review, which is a completely free line shopping. So 62.5. All sportsbooks in the state of Iowa have that. Break even odd is minus 104 and plus 104. No EV bet there. They're all right around that minus 110. So just having the VIG in the line, and there's no other total value being offered besides that 62.5. So we've got one EV bet. Let's go back to Pinnacle. See if we get a couple more. So let's go to Friday's game. Let's grab these. Flip back to Excel. Go to the drop-in tab. Oops. Control C, Control V. Then make sure you do that match destination formatting. Clear out some old data here. Okay, so we got 3 games that we're bringing in. We got Stanford and Syracuse, Illinois, Nebraska. It's just a simple drop down that I've created here to make this pretty simple to update. There's actually Washington State. So there's our 920 matchups. Okay. So a little bit of market width on that San Jose State, Washington State game. So I'd probably look to just do spread and totals on that. I would avoid the money line. Again, that just reduces your variance in your outcomes. But if you are comfortable with that and knowing that you're going to have some more swings in your P&L, then you could take that bet. But let's do some line shopping here for these games. Stanford, Syracuse, plus 293, minus 293. I'm not seeing anything there. Illinois, Nebraska, nothing on that. And then we do have a break-even odd on the San Jose State, Washington State line. So Bet Rivers is giving you 390. So that'd be a push there because you can see our break-even odds is plus 390. So no bets on the money line for tomorrow night's games. Let's head over to spread. We've got 8.5 line, looks like, for the Stanford Syracuse. So we're looking for 100. We don't have any of that offered. Moving down to 7.5 and 8, 2 different lines being offered for the Illinois Nebraska game. So 7.5, we're looking for minus 102 plus 102. At the 8, we're looking at minus 105 plus 105. So nothing there as well. And then we got 12 points for the San Jose State, Washington State at plus 102, minus 102. Let's move up to 12.5. And there's nothing on that matchup either. So no spread bets. And let's flip over to total, see if we get some over-unders here. Okay, 56.5. Everybody has that line, so nothing there. 42.5. Not see anything. We got DraftKings offering 43. Let's see what our values are there. Minus 106. They're giving us minus 112, so no bet there. And then San Jose State and Washington State. We've got some 55s, some 56s, and some 55s and a half. So 55 and a half. Nope. 56. Nope. And as you get more comfortable doing this, you can easily just go through and see the values, but you can see just not a lot of variance in the different lines being offered. So no EV bet right now. What's great about this is you can just copy and paste in new odds whenever, and the lines will change. I mean, this isn't a static market, especially as the games get closer. So I would definitely suggest doing this more than just one time in a week. Let's copy in a handful of games. I like to copy in just a certain amount of games whenever you've got a huge Saturday lineup, just because it can get overwhelming if you try line shopping for 40 games at once or whatever it is, and then the lines will move, and it's just better in my mind to do it kind of piecemeal. So we got James Madison down to Ball State, Central Michigan. Should see some opportunities here. We got quite a few bets to look at. I don't think we picked up the first lineup, the first game of the day. Let's do that. That Kansas-West Virginia game. I must not have grabbed that. Sorry about that. And if you miss it, doesn't matter where you copy it in. You just copy it at the bottom. It'll read it regardless of where it's copied in at. All right, so we got Kansas. If I could go to the right tab, Kansas. That was versus West Virginia. James Madison, North Carolina, Houston, Cincinnati, got Rice, Army. All these games are underneath our market width threshold, which is good to see. Charlotte, Indiana. I say that, and we just had one that was way over, so definitely not a game to be looking to bet on. You can see 3,349 market width, massive underdog, and it's best just to avoid those. Otherwise, you're going to frustrate yourself. Big lesson learned I did my first year of college basketball betting. Bet a lot of underdogs. They'd show up as a positive EV bet, not factored in market width, and lost a lot of money just because maybe one big underdog will win each year in college basketball, and trying to predict that and make money on it is just really difficult to do. Okay. Here's a good handful of games. This is for 9/21. All right, let's flip back to our sportsbook review and do some money line shopping here. So Kansas, West Virginia. Let's see what we've got offered. Again, I've got this pulled up on another screen. Plus 106, plus 114, nothing there, and then minus 128, so nothing. James Madison, North Carolina, plus 290 and minus 375, so nothing there. Houston, Cincinnati, got minus 154 on FanDuel, so nothing there. Rice and Army, seeing plus 200 and minus 238, so no. Tulane and Lafayette, minus 145 and plus 120. And then we've got Florida, Mississippi State, minus 215 and 195. So unfortunately, no money line bets right now. But let's go over to spread. See if we can find something here. All right, so we got Rice plus 6.5. I'm seeing some 6 lines being offered. That'd be at plus 104, minus 104. So nothing there. Charlotte, Indiana, 28.5. Got a couple lines there. Here we go. So I got a EV bet for you, Indiana. We got minus 105 at minus 28.5. Again, that's on FanDuel. Break-even odds is minus 107. So not as good as EV bet as the other one that we show, but $3.73 or 0.71 EV percent. So there's your second bet. Took a little while to find it. And this is how you are successful in sports betting. You got to do some work to identify the bets. There's only going to be a couple mispricings each week. But if you have a systematic way of identifying, you can make money in the long run. All right, looking here. Let's see about this Ohio State Marshall game. Everybody's at minus 140. Florida, Mississippi State, minus 6. We got 6.5 at minus 114. No. Houston, Cincinnati. Where's that one at? 3.5. No, nothing there. And Ohio, Kentucky, 19.5 at minus 105. Nothing there. So here's all I'm doing is just looking at the odds, seeing what the best odd is. It's highlighted in blue, and seeing if our break-even odd is favorable to that or not. So we got one spread there. Let's go over to our totals. See if we can find anything on the over-under. Charlotte, Indiana, 49.5. We've got a 49, a 48.5. So a couple of different lines here. No, they're at minus 115, so nothing. Tulane, 54, 53.5. Nope, nothing there. James Madison, North Carolina. Okay, nothing there. NC State, Clemson, 44, 44.5. Nope. Kansas, West Virginia, 58. We've got some 57s. Let's see what those are. Minus 110. So a couple break-even odds there on the minus 110. 57.5. Okay, we've got another one for you. And so whenever I type in Kansas up here, it means the over. So we got minus 105. BetMGM is given 57.5. BetMGM. Break-even odd is minus 106. We're getting minus 105. So we're getting longer odds. So another positive EV bet for you. So Kansas to go on the over, 57.5 on BetMGM. All right, good. We got something besides the spread bet. We got another EV bet for everybody. So thank you for watching. This is how this is one way I do sports betting. There's a lot of different ways. If this makes sense to you, I would highly suggest understanding the math, understanding how this works in the long run. Definitely, this model will save you a ton of time if you try doing this yourself. I will have a link to OddsJam. That's another platform I use that does this line shopping for you. It does cost money. It's a subscription service, so I would definitely recommend them if you're not wanting to do a one-time purchase and go the Excel route. If you want to have an automated platform that'll do this line shopping for you, definitely check out OddsJam. I'll have some videos of how I utilize that platform. But this is how I utilize this EV betting model. Got you 3 bets. I wish there was more, but just reality is you can't force the sports books to make favorable lines. It's a tough market, but hopefully those 2 spread bets and then the Kansas on the over on BetMGM, you hit one of those. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. Leave me a comment if there's some specific videos you'd like me to cover. I'm going to be doing just Excel-related sports betting content going forward, so let me know what you think. Otherwise, God bless.